I'm pleased to introduce our second speaker this morning now. Mark McDaniel, our current president, will be our second speaker. He's currently employed as a web concierge for Pacific Lifestyle and Garrett Custom Homes. He graduated from the University of Washington with a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in political science and international relationships. He's also a graduate of Multnomah Bible Seminary. Interesting that Mark has short and long-term goals when it concerns Toastmasters and other things. His short-term goal is to survive the next spin class at a 24-hour fitness where Tammy, his spin coach, is known to make grown men cry. His long-term goal as it concerns Toastmasters is to become a distinguished Toastmaster, become proficient in a second language, and use speaking skills to raise awareness for ALS and other endeavors that can make a difference in people's lives. Currently, he's enjoying bicycling and recently survived the Seattle to Portland bicycle route as well. His favorite quote, "What we do in life echoes in eternity." If I could have his evaluator, Brendel Rohan, please give us his objectives.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Mark is speaking out of the Special Occasion Speeches, project number 4, presenting an award. His objectives today are to present an award with dignity and grace and to acknowledge the contributions of the recipient. His time, Mr. Timer, is 6 to 8 minutes, and his title is Find Your Voice, Change Your Life, and Impact Others. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Brenda. With that, please welcome Mark McDaniel in Find Your Voice, Change Your Life, and Impact Others.
According to Dr. Stephen Covey, there is one word that expresses the pathway to greatness: voice. When you find that, when you go on that pathway, find your voice, you help others to find theirs. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our honored guests. This morning, we are very fortunate to have with us the president of Toastmasters International, Gary Schmidt, not only because he was kind enough to accept the invitation from our club officer, Steve Dale, but because he knows firsthand the importance of finding your voice, changing your life, and making an impact in the lives of others. Now, Dr. Ralph Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters International over 85 years ago, once said, "We all work together to bring out the best in each of us, and then we apply those skills to help others." Now, I'm sure Dr. Smedley would be pleased to know that we are still planting seeds of greatness in our clubs locally as well as internationally. Now, 2 years ago, the I-5 Toastmasters Club, with a very distinguished past, had to be resurrected from the ashes and was renamed Professionally Speaking Toastmasters Club 3091, our club. And that was done because of the vision and the inspiration from our club's founding father, distinguished Toastmaster and retired U.S. Naval Captain Marv Serhan. And during that period of time, we grew from 6 members to almost up to 30 members. During the last 2 years, we achieved what's called distinguished presidential status, which is a very difficult requirement to achieve in Toastmasters clubs. Not only that, but 4 members rose up through our ranks and became area governors. Now, that success didn't come by accident. As a matter of fact, Marv introduced us to a Greek philosophy called arete. That's a word that means virtue, right thinking and action, the pursuit of excellence. Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but it's a habit. Now, Gary, I know from your biography and from in recognition of your 15 years of service to Toastmasters, that Toastmasters has made a profound impact on your life, and as a result, you've inspired a lot of people and helped them to build lives through confidence, leadership, and service through that 12,500 clubs in 106 countries around the world. Because this is a special occasion, I took the liberty of contacting some of your Toastmaster colleagues, and I asked them to share with me a few of their words and examples of your pursuit of excellence. And so I have just a few communiques that I received. I'd just like to read a few of those excerpts. This is from Dorothy Cottingham, an international director. She says, "My husband Carl Cottingham and I have known Gary for over 10 years. We met a quiet, shy young man at a District 7 gathering. Today we know a confident, capable communicator and leader. Last summer our home club, Cedar Hills Toastmasters 751, was struggling to attract new members. I encouraged the club leadership to invite Gary to meet with the decision makers at Providence St. Vincent Hospital in an effort to generate interest in offering Toastmasters membership as part of their leadership training program. Gary took the time and made the effort to bring that dream to a successful conclusion. The club now meets at Providence Hospital free of charge, and our membership has nearly doubled. Michael Notero, second vice president and distinguished Toastmaster, he says, Gary Schmidt is a brilliant and talented leader. His creative genius and willingness to think in non-traditional ways has changed the world of Toastmasters forever. Gary is charting a new strategic course for our board of directors. We will reap the benefits of decades to come. Ted Cochran from Ireland writes, I greatly admire Gary and his leadership style. Gary is a deep thinker and cares deeply for Toastmasters and its members. As a board member, Gary's contributions to debate and discussion were always worth paying attention to. This year, he is the man on the bridge as Toastmaster International introduces the new structures voted through at last year's convention. Gary's calm yet influential style is very well suited to implementing these major changes. Tevis Thompson says, he not only taught us the theory of leadership, he demonstrated through his actions. He had his own version of toughness that was wrapped in humor and compassion. I cannot tell you how many times I have sought him out for advice, support, and direction. Ann Snelling, the past District 7 governor, Gary was incredible support to me during my term as district governor. He modeled servant leadership and is an encourager par excellence. He is a fine role model of integrity, professionalism, and creativity. And finally, from Scott Stevenson, our current governor of District 7, he says, Gary Schmidt is the poster boy for excellence in service. He is the inspiration that has led couch potatoes, such as myself, to not only find the courage to volunteer for Toastmasters service, and has continually been a visible beacon to all of us as a superb example of excellence in both leadership and service. These are just a few of the communiques I received and just examples of Gary's pursuit of excellence. Marv, you have been a leader, an educator, a motivator, and a mentor to a number of Toastmasters in San Diego, as well as clubs here in Vancouver and Portland metro area. You have also been instrumental in working with the Skills Center in helping the youth of Clark County. Gary, you've been the torch holder that's light the way for Toastmasters International that continues to bring forth that message from Dr. Ralph Smedley and shares that with the rest of the world. Together, you gentlemen represent what is best in Toastmasters. From your dedication, your enthusiasm, all of those things put together inspire the rest of us to find our voice, to change our lives, and to make an impact on other people. At this time, I'd like you, Marv, to come and stand on my right, and Gary, would you please come and stand on my left? I'd like to unveil for the first time ever the Arete for Pursuit of Excellence Award. Whoa. And I'd like Marv to have the honor and privilege of hand delivering this to our first recipient, Gary. Gentlemen, this is your moment. Thank you so much for your service to Toastmasters.
This is nicely.
It would be a great photo opportunity, Gary, if you don't mind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the award reads Arete Award, Pursuit of Excellence, presented to Gary Schmidt by Professionally Speaking Toastmaster Club 3091 in the year 2010. Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
All right.